Hey guys, I'm Waika and I'm gonna do my presentation, and it's about language and its characteristics. First, we'll know that the definition of language itself is a system of conventional spoken, manual sign, or written symbols by means of which human beings, as members of a social group and participants in its culture, express themselves. The functions of language include communication. The function of language include the expression of identity, and the function of language include play, imaginative expression, and emotional release. And then we got that the actual language means that language can have scores of characteristics, but the following are the most important ones. And first, we got language is arbitrary and productive, language is creative, language is systematic, vocalic, social, non-instinctive, and language is conventional. These characters of language set human language apart from animal communication, and language is arbitrary means that in the sense that there is no inherent relation between the words of a language and their meanings or the ideas conveyed by them. There is no reason why is female adult human being called a female or a woman. And the choice of the word selected to mean a particular thing or idea is purely arbitrary, means that once a word is selected for a particular referent, it comes to stay as such. It may be noted that had language not been arbitrary, there would have been only one language in the world, such as language is social. Language is a set of conventional communicative signals used by humans for communications in community. Language in this sense is a possession of a social group comprising an indispensable set of rules which permits its members to relate to each other, to interact with each other, to cooperate with each other. It is a social institution. Language exists in society means that language of nourishing and developing culture and establishing human relations. And then language is symbolic means that language consists of various sound symbols and their graphological counterparts that are employed to denote some objects, occurrences, or meaning. These symbols are arbitrarily chosen and conventionally accepted and employed. Words in a language are not mere signs or figures, but symbols of meaning. The intelligibility of language depends on a correct interpretation of these symbols, which language is systematic, although language is symbolic, yet its symbolic are arranged in a particular system, and all languages have their system of arrangements. Every language is a system of systems. All languages have phonological and grammatical systems, and within a system there are several subsystems. For example, within the grammatical system we have morphological and syntactic systems, and within these two subsystems we have systems such as those of plural, of mood, of aspect, of tense, and kind of another aspect and anything like that. Language is vocal. Language is primarily made up of vocal sounds only produced by physiological and articulatory mechanism in the human body. In the beginning it appeared as vocal sounds only. Writing came much later as an intelligent attempt to represent vocal sounds. Writing is also only the graphic representation of the sounds of the language. So the linguists say that speech is primary, and then we got language is non-instinctive or conventional, means that no language was created in a day out of a mutually agreed given formula by group of humans. Language is the outcome of evolution and convention. Each generation transmits this convention onto the next. Like all human institutions, languages also change and die and grow and expand. Every language then in a convention in community. It is non-instinctive because it is acquired by human beings. Nobody gets a language in heritage, means that he acquires it because, for example, he acquires it because he an innate ability. And now we got language is productive and creative, means that language has creativity and productivity on its own. The structural elements of human language can be combined to produce new utterances which neither the speaker nor his hearers may ever have made or heard before any listeners, yet which both sides understand without difficulty. Language changes according to the needs of society. And finally, now we got language has other characteristics which very incompatible of it, such as duality, referring to the two systems of sound and meaning; displacement, which means the ability to talk across time and space; humanius, which means that animals cannot acquire it; universality, which refers to the equilibrium across humanity on linguistic grounds; and competence and performance, which means that language is innate and produced in society, and furthermore, language is culturally transmitted. It is learned by an individual from his elders and is transmitted from one generation to another. Thus, using J. Flirt's term, language is a polysystematic. It is also open to be studied from multifaceted angles. And we also know that language is very international. Language is the way we talk. Language is the way we discuss, and language is the way our communication is happening. So I guess that language has different kind of different kind of thing that we do in our daily communication. And I think even if we don't have language, so how do we get interact? How do we can interacting with each other to one another? Like, we also know that if there is no language, then we go like people human when there's no language, like they have language, such as different languages, such as like they can speak like an animal. Humans speak before that was a language. Humans speak their own language by it can be by by body language. It can be by sign, or it can be by not only speak, but also you can do that. Sorry guys, I don't feel very well currently, so maybe this is the time I don't feel myself enough right now at the moment, but I feel like yeah, she's supporting me. in the corner, right there. I feel like language has a very different uh, characteristics from which they are formed and for which they are in every country has a different kind of communication. They have a lot of communication like body language and kind of thing that probably kind of thing like probably when we don't have to speak our languages, but we just have to move our body like this and then that. And I just thought that it's very different kind of complexity. It's very complicated one. I really wanted to expert one of them. Yeah, I think I want to expert English because I don't speak very much well, but I really wanted to know more. I still got so much to learn, and it takes time. But I really hope that when I was born, I don't just speak Indonesian because my father's family is Indonesian and my mother's family is Indonesian, so probably I have to speak Indonesian too. But I guess I just wanted that Indonesia to make English to their second languages because every country did. So I guess yeah, I've been thinking about this past times. I really wanted what really express me to speak to one another, each other, and I think I still do a lot better when I'm not speaking like this, when I'm not in the video, when I'm not speaking in front of people. But my girl is very supporting me, so yeah, it makes me more comfortable in my zone right now, in my current zone. But I guess it is what it is. But I wanted to tell you guys about this one. I hope it didn't affect you too much, or it didn't what I said, it didn't. I mean, I hope that I'm not offend any one of you guys. I just wanted to tell you that I love this kind of assignment, but I'm not in my good condition right now, so I guess I do better in the next time. But I guess I did my best back there. But what I really want to talk about next is when you speak your languages in front of people. I don't know why, but it feels very different, and it makes you wanted to improve more and talk more, but you didn't have enough words in your mind, so it just disappear. And I know there are many things that I wanna I wanted to tell you, but it just disappeared and then gone. And I guess that's just all, because this video is just for 15 minutes long. So I guess you guys like my video. If you guys like this video, just please click thumbs up there, down there. And thank you for listening, and thank you for watching me speaking. Yeah, bye.